Hey, thanks again for listening to Her Story podcast for Slice Radio. Today we're talking with Gloves. Hey,
Hi, how you going?
well, thank you.
That's good.
What land are you coming from today?
I am currently on Turrbal Country in Meanjin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's where I'm coming from today.
Oh, great. Well,
Mhm.
I'm talking to you from and sharing this podcast from Wiradjuri land.
Okay,
So,
cool.
yeah, so I like to bring that up, especially with First Nations people, but across the
Mhm.
board, I think it's important. Um,
Awesome.
so you've been doing some fun things of late. We've talked before um,
Yes.
about, I'd say about 8 months ago or something, but you've got a new single coming out. It is
Mhm.
out. Apologies.
Mhm.
And it's called
Mhm.
Free. So
Yes.
could you tell us a bit about it? So like when it came out and the
Mhm.
story behind it, because I know you sort of like to build in the layers. So I'd love to hear all about it.
Yeah, sure. So it came out on July 1st. It's a song I've been working on for about 9 months or so. It's probably a more intense song than the last few releases, like in terms of the energy in the song. And it's sort of, I guess it's all sort of based around creating boundaries, which I think is probably, as an adult, one of the hardest things to do is um, creating boundaries around yourself so you can protect yourself and your energy. And normally, when you have to create a boundary, it requires some anger because, you're sort of standing up for yourself. There's been some injustices that you thought were unfair. And so, I don't know, I think it's a relatable song because, and especially for women, we tend to be the caregivers in relationships emotionally, and there just gets to be a point where you go like, I've had enough of that, so I've got to create a boundary in this relationship so it can be healthier for me. And Free is on those themes. I guess it's talking about the journey of um, freeing yourself from the kind of those kinds of relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, as a black fella, there's other themes as well, because obviously there's been a lot of injustice when you come from my background.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a Kawarag woman. And yeah, there's a lot of obviously genocide and slavery from the TI kind of region. So yeah, when I hear about that and I'm told about it from my mob, yeah, I have a lot of strong feelings about it, and I think I poured a lot of those kinds of feelings into this song.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Yeah, because it's beautiful and um also the are you going to release a video with this one?
Yes, I am. Yes, so that's all happening. Um, yeah, whenever I'm creating music, I'm tending to think about it visually at the
Yeah.
same time. It's something that I can't not do, and I think a lot of artists do that. But
Yeah.
yeah, the songs that I want to release, they generally have quite a big story to them. So
Mm.
yeah, I work with a director called Dane Hansen who helps me kind of put these things together on very little budget and just a lot of excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you've got some
yeah.
beautiful, oh, they're so wild, those pictures you have out at the moment with the beads and
Hmm.
everything. They're gorgeous. Everyone go
Thank you.
check it out.
Thank
Um,
you.
we'll give a shameless
Hmm.
plug to your socials at the end.
Yes,
uh,
please.
um, but yeah, so actually, in regards to the pearls, during NAIDOC week, you sort of had a shout out to how it relates, to your tribe, mob. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
mob.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, could you tell us about that?
Yeah, sure. My mob, they are the traditional custodians of an area of Torres Strait Islands. They identify as, or we identify as Aboriginal. And there is a big pearling industry, a history of the pearling industry in that area, in TI in general. And a lot of mob from all different places, not just like the Aboriginal people that are there, but a lot of like Pacific Islanders, which is also part of my heritage, well, were brought in there by the Queensland government and by different kind of groups, and they were sort of forced into working in the pearling industry for very little pay or no pay at all. So it's all a part of the stolen wages, I guess, history, and as a lot of history to do with that. And so a lot of people lost their lives. There was a lot of genocide and just basically disregard for human life, which is a big part of the story of Australia, denying, I guess, First Nations people their humanity. So,
I'm still listening. I'm just taking. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry,
yeah. I'm just I use pearls as a lot of symbolism in my music videos and my photos, because it sort of relates to that.
While we're sort of on the subject of sort of the history of your area, would you like to, for those who missed our wonderful chat last time, sort of back trace on your history? As like you did mention there, you were talking about your mob, your background and how it led to music. So a segue.
Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of my history, I have Melanesian blood and Polynesian blood. So that's through my maternal line. Music and story is a big part of that culture. And so, yeah, it's just been something that's been quite ingrained in me. And I don't know, always felt it when I was a kid. But I didn't grow up around it. So I didn't grow up around my mob or my family, any family at all. So I grew up with a mum and a brother. So we were quite isolated from that, but I definitely felt the draw to sing and to be a part of performance and dance. And yeah, I like to think that it's got something to do with my heritage and that kind of continuation of that story. So yeah, that's why it's something that I just can't deny. I tried to for a while and just be like, it's just making music and making art it's incredibly hard, like it's not like it's an easy pursuit to do when you're not bankrolled or you come from a lot of money. So yeah, you've got to do it for the love of it, and I definitely do it for the love.
Yes, and I think you can hear that, honestly. I'm not trying to butter you up, but yeah, you can. I think you can hear it in a lot of indie music. It's just not, I don't know. I know there's some auto-tune, but you're just not auto-tuned to fit a mold.
Yeah, totally. I mean, like, I've never really fit a mold, like, ever. So it's not surprising that my music is hard to put into genres and explain, which a lot of feedback I've gotten is just like, where does this fit? I'm like, I don't fit anywhere. So yeah, it makes sense my music doesn't fit anywhere either. It is just what it is.
Absolutely. I'm not one for genres, really, unless it's sort of like an executive summary sort of thing. Okay, so we've had free come out this month, as well
Mhm.
as there's
Mhm.
something else exciting happening in the next few weeks.
Yes.
It
Mhm.
starts with Splendor in the Grass. How
Yes.
excited
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
how excited are you to be on that lineup?
Oh, extremely excited. Yeah, it's very, very cool. I'm pinching myself that I will be performing there. I mean, I worked at that event, I think 10 years ago, um, just on the event crew. So it's so
Yeah.
cool to come back, older and just be like, yeah, I'm performing there. It's wild. It's absolutely wild.
Yeah. Full circle,
Mhm.
girlfriend.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. It's cool.
It
Very
is. So,
cool.
and apart from that, then you've got some exciting information about some other live music coming out, and that is
Mhm.
this week. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. So, got another performance coming up on the 5th of August in Meanjin, Brisbane. So, details of that's coming out on my social soon. And then in November, I think it's November the 19th, I'm performing at the Ministry of Sound classical event at South Brisbane. So, that's a pretty massive event as
Yeah.
well. So, I'm just
Another
supporting
commitment.
that. Yeah, that's really exciting. Yeah, can barely believe that I'm going to be performing that, but it's awesome.
Great. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, it's you've got to you do make good music and lots of people are appreciating that. But anyway, I won't keep going like beefing you up. You were named a nominee of the 2022 Women in Music Awards, yeah, as an emerging artist. So that's a pretty good um like good tick of approval,
yeah,
surely.
yeah, yeah. It is a really lovely tick of approval, and I again was just like, what the hell? That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy because I just see there's so many incredible artists, and how do you judge art? Like, how do especially when I don't really think my stuff is commercially that, I don't know. I don't know. It's not very mainstream, I guess. It's not a mainstream type of sound. And I'm definitely aware of that. So I don't know. That was so cool, but also just like, what the? Okay.
It's for very good reasons. I
Yeah.
I know. They tell me these things.
Awesome.
And I
Let them
think
know. Thank you.
but then that's another, thing for your LinkedIn bio, nominee.
Yeah. 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 100%.
Um yeah, so now you've got also coming up, is it this year that it'll kick off the First Nations Pathway Program with coals
That's
and
right.
mushrooms? Can you tell
Yeah.
us
Yeah.
about this?
Yeah. So I was approached by Mushroom to see whether I'd like to participate in this pathway program that's also in collaboration with Coles. And so a part of that is that my music and all the other participants' music is played on Coles Radio. Um, and then we get a masterclass. So we get flown down to Melbourne and get to hang out with Emily Wamarama and Nookie, and just get to, I don't know, get a lot of knowledge and talk shop about the industry. Hopefully, create some music maybe.
So,
And yeah, so like Bumpy, who's released a track the same time as me, she's going to be there too, and some other really cool artists that I've been connecting with. Um, yeah, I'm just really excited about getting together with other artists because it's quite a lonely road when you're, especially when you're a solo artist like me. It's not like I've got like a band or anything. So
yeah.
yeah, Emily and I have been already like yarning and chatting and stuff. So I'm like, I can't wait to meet you, girl. and hang out. So yeah, it's going to be great. I'm so excited about it.
So is it this year?
Yeah, so we're going to be catching up. We have some mentoring sessions, like just over Zoom and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Very soon, like probably end of this month, I think. I don't know, actually. I've got to double check that.
The year's
And
just
then,
disappearing.
oh no, am I back?
Yep.
Um, yeah, and then I think we're catching up in Melbourne in September, mid-September.
Crazy. Well,
Mm-hmm.
it'll be an experience. And I'm like, what a
Yeah.
chance. You get your music. You're saying you're not commercial enough. Maybe you're not commercial enough to be out there, to be something that is something that people will grasp onto, but while shopping at Coles.
Yeah, we're like, oh yeah, some deep vibes and Coles. I don't know. I don't take myself too seriously.
Well,
But yeah,
it's probably a
it's
good
cool.
thing sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
in life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, and all right, we've had a single this year.
Mm-hmm.
Are we expecting a debut or an EP or
Yeah, that's
anything
the
else?
plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to. Um, yeah, it's just like that's the plan. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the plan. Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Nothing else you can tell us.
No, not at this point.
It's all zip lips.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't want to say something and then it not happens. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, stuff's happening. Stuff
Stuff's
happens.
happening.
Yeah.
I can move with that.
Yeah.
Um, great. Well, we look forward to hearing about it, and
Thank you.
looking forward to seeing you at Splendor. I can't work out
Yay.
how many sleeps it is. Too many.
Yeah, it's very soon. Yeah. I'm actually just here rehearsing. So yeah, it's happening.
Uh-huh. All
Hmm.
right. Well, gloves. I do this
Hmm.
to everyone you may remember from last time, but could you request a song, please?
Request a song, like any song.
Any song.
Oh my goodness. Um, this is going to be really left field. But
Perfect.
Harry Styles' Matilda. I don't know if you've heard. It's such a commercial song, right? And it's so popular. But I heard it for the first time the other day, and I cried. It was so beautiful. And from that, because I didn't know what the big deal was with Harry Styles, I was like, "Who's Harry Styles?" Like, I don't know, whatever. Everyone like whatever. And then I heard that song, I was like, "Yeah, I really like him." Like, so yeah, I thought he was all pop and just kind of frivolous fun. And then I heard that song and I was like, that's a beautiful song. Yeah, I love it.
Well, I haven't even
So there
heard
you
it.
go.
So I'm going to go listen to it now. So thank you for the hot
So
tip,
beautiful.
gloves.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
for this exciting news about your gigs and all of everything else, the beautiful photos from what could be your video recording
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
your video release, where can we find you on
Hmm.
all the socials?
So Gloves Music, yeah, / Gloves Music on all the social media channels like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, you can stream me on all the platforms. So it's Gloves without an O. Yeah.
Do you have a Bandcamp?
Yes, I do.
So that's where we can
Please.
buy your music.
Yes, you can buy my music on Bandcamp. Please do.
It saves a
Yeah,
few, it cuts like you get more, I feel, don't you?
I do. Yeah, you get some actual dollars. That'll be nice. Or $1. That'll be nice. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Mhm.
I I think I have used up enough of your time today. Did you have anything else to spruik or mention?
No, I think we've spoken enough about me. Yeah.
There's not enough. There's not enough. All right.
No, I'm all good.
Okay, well, thank you. And we'll let you get back to rehearsing and
Cool.
see you on the road.
Awesome. Thanks, Ash.
No worries. Bye.
Bye.